when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop?
Like
You
the song.
forgot again?
I keep forgetting. You know what? You need to text me.
Yeah.
I forgot.
This is okay because you have like a very long time, you know, because this is the last episode before the end of the summer.
I know, about to go on summer break.
Do you want to go first then, or do you want to hear mine first?
Sure.
I think mine is pretty easy though, if I'm being honest.
What's yours?
Okay.
What's yours?
So, this female rapper was the first ever female rapper to release a solo studio album.
A solo studio album.
Mm-hmm.
Is it MC Light?
It is. Her, I think the album was called Light as a Rock.
Light as a Rock, yeah.
I said Hard as a Rock. No, Light as a Rock. In 1988, that was the first full-length solo studio album by a female rapper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, okay. Now go with your song.
Okay. This is a feature.
Okay.
But I feel like the song has been like resurfacing. Okay. Gave you just a second to take your breath. Bring it back now. Dudes get excited when they see they like, yeah. Hoping the one you choose, hoping they get invited. Late night rendezvous is all right. But we lovin'. How's the club vibrating? It's exciting. With the beat. Nah, trust me, we ain't gonna stop. Here's till the lights up. Watch us take over the spot.
I have no clue at all.
I feel like the cadence is like really bad. Hold on.
Is that how they do it, or is that just how you're doing it?
I think it's just how I'm doing it.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see if I can catch the beat, because I might be the one who's messing up.
Okay. Because I have no clue right now.
Yeah, it was me for sure. All right. Okay. Dudes get excited, seeing what they like, hoping they're the one you and choose. Hope they get invited. Late night rendezvous, yeah, it's all right. But we loving how the club is bar ready. It's exciting.
No, I don't think I've ever heard this.
Told y'all I was gonna bump like this. If you don't say it, we gonna bump like this.
It was definitely you. It was definitely you.
Trying my best.
I mean, I don't know. I maybe I haven't listened to that song in a very long time, so I don't know if I like specifically. I also think when I listen to that song, I just gravitate toward the chorus.
Chorus,
it's so catchy. You know, it just says, now bring it back now.
Yeah.
I love that. That.
It was
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. The last new episode of Where My Girls At until the end of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
We are going on our annual summer vacation.
Our hiatus.
Holiday. We're going on holiday. Have you been watching Love Island?
No, and I need to, because it looks so like it seems like everybody's been watching.
Why is everybody watching the show? Now they've gotten me involved.
Okay, so you've been watching it?
So I'm like, I blinked and I'm like 4, 5, 6 episodes behind. There are like 50,000 people in the villa now. I don't even know how they can fit all these people. They sleep in one room. It's a dorm. How can everybody fit in there? So I'm several episodes behind. But since I don't have anything to do.
Do they do like competitions? Like,
yeah, it's like silly little challenges that are meant to be like super sexy and like
how do you win this game? Like, do you win this game?
Vote. They vote.
Okay.
Like I think they vote. And then when they they not only do they vote, like the people watching at home vote, but I think also
the people
they
in the
vote
villa
on the island. I don't think I think the episode where I am, like, I don't know if anybody's gone home yet. Like, I maybe, but I'm not sure. But I think when you're not in a couple, like, you have to be in a couple. So when you're not in a couple, you can get sent home. But they do recouplings. So
like they shuffle them around.
Yeah, you can change who you want to be in a couple with. And even if you're in a couple with somebody, you can still like flirt or like do whatever with another person so that when the next recoupling comes around, you can.
It could be somebody different.
It could be somebody different, or America, because it's Love Island USA, could be like, we want these two people to be in a couple. And then you have to be in a couple with that person because America said so. So basically, but it basically all it means is you have to sleep in the bed with that person. You know? And they all in one room.
Messy.
Tell me why they be fucking in that room.
Of course.
But they're literally sleeping in the room with
all
everybody.
Types of weight. It must smell like
that villa
ocean,
crazy.
All the
I know
things.
It smells crazy. And there's this one girl in there, nobody wants her. And she just has not been voted off.
Is it because she's messy?
No, I don't even think it's because she's messy. I just don't get why. No, like, I mean, personally, I'm like, she's cute. I don't think she's super attractive. And like, she's coming on very strong, they're saying. But I feel like they're kind of egging her on. You know, like, I feel like they are like encouraging her. And then when they get in the couple with her, then they're like, ew, I don't want you anymore. And so nobody wants her. And it really sucks. And then there's this like one girl, and she is so drop dead gorgeous, but she is just like dating this fucking loser. Like, she is so into this guy, and he could not be less interested in her. And he is not even half as attractive as she is. So I'm just like, I have like a lot of episodes to catch up on. So hopefully I can like have some time. I don't have shit to do today.
I want to watch it. That's definitely on my list. That and Forever have been on my list to watch.
Yeah, I'm like, because I've never seen it before, and I feel like I always have FOMO every summer when they're talking about this fucking show. But I'm like, y'all every day.
But it feels like it's been. Yeah, I feel like this time it feels more so than last year. Like, I feel like the propaganda has been higher. Like, I don't know.
I feel like they've gotten to people. You know, like, for sure. Mm-hmm. How are you, though? What's going on?
I'm good. I don't know. I feel like I've just been working, but, like, I'm happy it's almost July and almost my birthday month. Yeah. And I don't know. Things
What are you
going to
do for your
down.
birthday?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking about going to New York.
Fun.
And I don't know. Maybe just, like, gallivanting around.
Love it.
You know, Brooklyn, see some friends. But I don't know. I'm turning 28. I don't know. That's like
that feels like a big age.
It is, but like also I'm just like, it's not like a 25 or like a 30. Like,
oh
yeah.
Like,
all right.
For me, it feels like 28 feels like the start of something new. You know, like it feels like the start of a new chapter in your life. You know, like it's not. It almost to me feels younger than being 24. Like when I was 24, when I was 24, 25. I felt like, like this is the end of something. You know, like I felt older than I feel now at 28. You know, so and now I feel young. I feel free. I feel like I have free will, and you know, I can do like I literally like I was just telling you before we started recording. Like I was going to go to Thailand at the end of the summer. I think I mentioned that to you.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just decided I don't want to go to Thailand anymore. Why don't I go to Tokyo? And so I'm going, I just booked a flight to Tokyo instead of going to fucking Thailand. And I don't know why I changed my mind, but I was like, wait, you don't have to change your mind.
And you don't have to explain it to anybody.
It's only my money. I can change my mind if I want to.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not tied to anything. And I also am like touring apartments because I'm like, why don't you just move? Like, you can move. You don't
can
have
always
to stay
do
here.
It. Yeah.
You don't have to stay here. I can look. So I'm going to go tour some apartments tomorrow. I don't have any reason to do that. I'm just like, I want something new. You know, I want something fresh. And I'm looking for something new and fresh.
Period. Yeah. I love that.
So there's that.
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. I always like to do a sense of reflection and before a new birthday. So I'll definitely think about that.
That's good. Okay, should we get into some hot topics?
Yes.
We don't have a lot, but some big things have happened. Are you ready to eat crow? Are you ready to eat crow? Are you up? Are you ready to eat crow this episode? Because something has happened that you swore would never happen. Never happen.
You know what? I've said this time and time again. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong. And now that it's in print,
yeah,
it's in print, I'm happy.
I'm happy too. I'm excited. Okay, so Cardi B has announced her long awaited sophomore album, and it's called Am I the Drama? What do you think about the title? I think the cover art is gorgeous. Like, this is a very beautiful, stunning, and you know what I love? She did not use AI for this. This is like, and I love that because I'm so sick of AI. I really am. It's infiltrating art way too much. It's just and people are getting stupider to the point where they can't tell what's AI. And that scares me. That's really scary to me. Yeah.
It is scary.
So her sophomore album, Am I the Drama, is coming out September 19th, which to me feels like a perfect date to have an album drop.
Why do you say that?
I think it's like perfect time to drop an album, you know? Like, number one, like, I think that, you know, the summer she needs to build the hype around it. Like, I think it's a perfect amount of time to build the hype around it. And then she can, you know, spend all fall promoting this album, and then all winter preparing for a tour, and take this into the next year. And then and then also I think she'll still be eligible to submit this for the Grammys. And because of the eligibility, or she might not be, I don't know. She might be, she might not be. But
and then she can also do tour, or the concert circuits,
the concert festival circuit.
Yeah,
like I do think this is perfect because they've already booked all of that for this summer. So if she had announced it like in March, you know, and released it in July, that would be different. But to release these singles to lead up to it, I love it, you know? Like, I'm personally really excited. People are upset though that she is putting WAP and Up on her album. Like, they are really upset about it.
I don't get why. I mean, like, of course, right? Like,
they were supposed to be on the album, I believe. Like, when it was supposed to come out back in when we thought it was going to come out in like 2022. Do you think they wouldn't have been?
No, I think they would have been.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what are the other songs that she had released? What's that other single? What's the name of that single that she had released? Before Outside.
Bongos? That was the last one with Megan Thee Stallion. There was a different one. There was Enough.
Yes, Enough.
Yeah. Do you think that's gonna be on?
Oh, I think so too. 100%. Yeah, okay. I'm curious. I'm wondering how long this is going to be, actually.
She said 23 songs.
Oh,
23 songs. And I know that there's a part of me that's really nervous about the fact that it's going to be 23 songs because I don't want it to sound dated. You know?
Yeah.
And that was the same issue that I had with SZA when she released the deluxe.
Yeah,
and even when she released SOS. You know, like...
No, I remember you said that about SOS.
I was like, this all feels like a couple years ago. Like, this feels very dated. So I'm nervous about it feeling dated, you know, about the project.
Do you feel like Outside? Well, she said she recorded Outside, I think, this year or like maybe last year. But yeah, I'm nervous about like it being a little bit dated. But she did say in an interview that the album isn't what people are expecting from her.
Right.
So I wonder what that means. Like, if it's going to be more, I don't know, reflections,
I really have
slower.
No idea.
Is it going to be more Latin influences? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. She said the reason that she added WAP and Up to it because they're two of her biggest songs.
Yeah,
you know,
of course,
and people have been asking them to put it on an album, and people search for it on Invasion of Privacy. But they deserve a home. And then she said, like, she had already let, you know, people bully her out of submitting the WAP to the Grammys, like submitting it for Grammy submission. And to me, that's crazy.
That is like, crazy.
you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't get the nomination and people talked like, but if you had submitted it, there's no doubt in my mind they would have won. You know, like,
Right.
I think for the time, like, I think that's silly. What the
That
fuck?
is silly.
You
I was
really
about to
can't,
say.
you can't please these motherfuckers?
I was about to say, at least, and it's like, at least it's in the conversation. It's a nomination. Like,
Yeah, you let the people, you were afraid that people were going to talk about you. You have a Grammy. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
That's actually crazy that she said that she let people bully her. Like, you have to be more secure than that. Like, I'm sorry, you're
Yeah.
too fucking old,
Crazy.
too rich, too grown. You need to remove yourself from this shit if that's how
Yeah.
you go act. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
But I'm
would.
excited about the album. I'm also just nervous about that though.
Me
Like,
too.
so I'm like, I am anticipating it. Now, one thing about Cardi, I'm not expecting like her to bar up. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm looking for some fun
bops.
tracks.
You know,
Maybe a lot of dissing to Offset.
I hope
And
she
then
disses him.
and then I'm thinking maybe at least like 2 or 3 like out of the box songs, like
yeah,
things that she's just like trying to see if things stick.
if it works, yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
love that. I agree. I
Yeah.
want that. Okay. Baby Tate is expecting a baby. Oh my
Like
god,
with who?
she's having
With
a baby.
who?
Why the fuck? I don't know. She has a man,
Oh, she
apparently,
does. Okay.
and they're expecting a baby. Why is everybody getting pregnant? Is there nothing else to do this summer? Is there nothing else to do?
You know what?
What the
Everyday.
fuck?
I feel like Everyday People is a good party people like to go to. There's traveling.
You
Like
can't
I
do
don't
that.
think.
Nobody wants to learn to knit anymore. It's
No.
just straight to fucking and getting
Mm.
pregnant. And like,
Yeah, it's like marriage, kids, business school, marathon. It's only you choose 4.
wait,
One of those
you
4.
forgot not just business school, grad school in
Grad
general.
school. Yeah, just
Grad
grad
school in
yeah.
general, or they learn how to like bake, you know, or they decide they want to
They
go to
get into like
culinary
really.
school.
Yeah,
or some
yeah.
shit like that. And I guess she just went the pregnancy
She
route.
went the that's the path she chose.
That's crazy to me though.
I was not expecting that, but
No.
happy for her.
Very.
Happy for her.
I hope
Healthy
she's
pregnancy.
well. Yeah. Coyle Ray also had her baby, gave birth to
Yes.
her baby, and is already like, I'm about to release some music. Whoa. What happened to
They
a
just got
maternity
here.
leave?
They just got here.
What happened to a maternity leave? Now listen, I know the economy is bad. And you want to know how I know? Yesterday I was watching TV
Mm-hmm.
and I have Hulu, but I have it with ads. So they're commercials. Every single commercial break, there was a Hollywood star in a commercial. And some of them were just voiceovers. Why the fuck am I, an actor with no accolades, with no nothing, now having to compete with Amy Poehler for voiceover work for Subway? It's Amy fucking Poehler. That's how I know these niggas is broke.
Yeah.
I know they need some money because
they're hedging their bets.
That's crazy. Why the fuck did I see Bradley Cooper in an ice cream commercial? Y'all need money that bad? It's that bad out here?
It's that bad. It's that bad.
Coyle Ray's going back to work. Flo Milli went back to work 7 days after having a fucking baby. It's that bad. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Apparently, having a kid now too.
And you said you got to make some money. What about her fucking baby daddy? He don't got no money? I don't understand. She might not like him though, because she did break up with him. She did break up with him.
He did cheat on her.
He did cheat on her, so he deserved it.
Yeah.
So Doja Cat is back under fire.
Okay, yeah. Please explain this to me, because I feel
always doing some shit. Okay, so like this gay guy, I guess, like stopped her on the street. They were out somewhere, and then they're making like a little TikTok, and I guess he hugged her and he gave her his shirt. He gave her the shirt. And then she literally was like, she tweeted, and then she deleted this. She said, bottom line is I'll smile at you, but it doesn't mean I fuck with you, and don't touch me and manhandle me when you don't even fucking know me. If you know, you know. I honestly think I need to stand up for myself in the moment sometimes. He didn't even know my fucking name. To be touching me and kissing on my face like that is crazy. And then she tweeted again, I threw that musty ass shirt away. How many times she have to tell y'all she don't fucking like y'all?
Oh my
God. Don't fucking like y'all. And let me tell you, she's kikiing with him in this video.
She is.
She does not look uncomfortable.
I saw this video a couple of times, and I was like, she looked like she was just giving some love, but
yeah, and it didn't even look like he was doing too much.
the most,
I
yeah.
guess she just felt uncomfortable. My thing is, if she felt uncomfortable, like why did why where does she not have security? Like I don't
I was about
understand.
to say,
Like
where's her
where's
security?
the security? Where's the team? Like you need to have some like private signals, you know? And
Yeah,
then to go home and tweet about it is crazy.
yeah,
Like
I think that's even crazier.
to go home
Like,
and tweet about it
girl,
is just crazy. For what? Like
like,
I don't understand her sometimes.
I don't think he was gonna be threatening her like that.
He
Like,
didn't
her,
seem threatening.
yeah.
It did not seem threatening at all.
Anyway,
Uh, she is so fucking weird. I
yeah,
love her to death, but that is just
she just be
crazy.
weird.
So Megan Thee Stallion was on Love Island,
I think this was
obviously
perfect,
promoting her
honestly.
hot girl swim. Number one, she looks good.
Good.
Number
Good.
two, I almost gave up on Love Island until I saw this promo. And I said, you know what? Nope. I
gotta
got
keep
to
going.
keep going because I was like, it's too much. I have fatigue. I can't keep watching this show every day. And she showed up and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'ma tune the fuck back in. Okay. Because they don't deserve her like I deserve her. I feel like they wouldn't have done as much as I would have done.
Yeah, would have put it on the floor. You would have given it your all.
I would have given her everything. Okay. But she was on Love Island to promote her Hot Girl Swim. And I think
makes so much sense.
Exactly. Why are people so upset with her? They're like,
people are upset.
People are upset. They're upset. She just did this and then another promo for the movie Megan 2 that's coming out. And people were like, she's just a walking billboard now. And she doesn't even rap. She can't even rap. She can't sell music. I see this sentiment all the time with Megan Thee Stallion. And I have a couple things that I always want to say, but I'm just like, whatever. I don't give that much of a fuck to argue. But I want to say, number one, I think her branding is the most clear of
any of them.
Say, not even just rappers, like musicians. Like I can't think of a musician who has a much more cohesive and a universe that is so expansive, but it makes so much sense. Like I can't think of it fits, it works, and you trust the things that she's selling. Number one. Number two, to say the bitch is not a rapper is flat out a fucking lie. Yeah. This bitch will bar the fuck up with anybody. And that I will take. That's something I'll argue to the ground about. You can never say that Megan is not a rapper. You can never say this bitch don't know how to rap. She will do that shit into the motherfucking ground. And then people are like, oh, well, her music doesn't sell, her albums are this and that. And I think that conversation always gives me a headache. The conversation always gives me a headache because it's like, this is fucking hip hop, y'all. Number one. Number two, it's obviously not true. Like, obviously she sells music. Obviously she does very well. You know her music. But everything is not going to be a hit. Like, you think about your favorite rappers, like, they've had misses.
They've had duds, yeah.
Jay-Z has 13 fucking albums. Some of them are not great. You know, some of them are not appreciated in the time. I remember when Magna Carta Holy Grail came out, I fucking hated that album, you know? And I still stand by the fact that I don't think it's that good. But I don't want Rock Nation to come to arrest me. So, you know, I still stand by the fact that I don't think it's that good. Does that make Jay-Z less of a GOAT level status rapper? No. Nobody takes that away from him. But Megan Thee Stallion drops, you know, an album and it's, you know, a little bit all over the place. We admitted that, but it's still good. And all of a sudden she can't rap. She not a rapper no more. You know how crazy that is?
I can't. Yeah. The bar in which he's held to. And anyway, I think that like her doing this for Love Island, I think it just made so much sense. And the clips that I saw, it looked like people were having fun. Yeah. For her. Like, I think it was fun. It was fun, cute. And a good way to promote her album.
And honestly, the swimsuits that they were wearing were like really cute. And I'm kind of like, do I want one? Like now I'm like, damn, do I want one of the swimsuits? Yeah. You know? Because I did not buy one. Because I was like, I don't know if I need another swimsuit. But now I'm looking and I'm like,
you're like, but maybe
I might want one of those. Like, I don't know. Okay, last thing before we move on to new music. We have a lot of new music. Cardi B is apparently still sending shots at Bia.
I didn't catch this line.
She said she added another verse. So to the song, she said, "Bitch, we outside, pull up in that brand new Kia. Ain't shit changed, didn't then, and still don't want to be a." And I just am like, you know what? I like it. I think she should get her shit off. They be talking cash shit about Cardi, and she don't be releasing no music to get back at nobody. Why not line them up? Let's air them all out right the fuck now. Line them the fuck up.
Yo, do you think she would have a what is it? Is it a Barbie Dreams kind of type of song where it's like she's just like
she should
going down the line?
She should. I think people be talking crazy about Cardi B, like for no reason
just to get her stuff off, like
to know. And she'll run right to Twitter. No, baby, go to the motherfucking studio. Get in the booth. To the studio. Get in the booth and let's talk about
that'd be cool. That'd be cool if she released something like that.
I hope so. Maybe it'll be on the album, because Nicki, I don't think she released when she did Barbie Dreams. It wasn't a single. It was just a big surprise when we heard it on the album. And I thought it was really one of the only songs on the album that's tolerable. So I very much, I hope Cardi does that because I think she should get some shit off her chest. Like, you can't let these motherfuckers play with you like this.
And get away with it.
You know what I mean? Like, and they have been playing with her. Okay, should we move on to new music? There's a lot of new music. Also, Lizzo just released an album, and I did not listen to it.
I haven't listened to it either.
People are saying
you
it's
not
okay.
going to?
I might.
Oh.
I don't know. I just think Lizzo is so corny. You know what I mean?
You think she's corny right now?
I think she's always been corny. Like, it just doesn't give to me. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it. I don't think it's like corny, then more like I don't feel like she's like being authentic anymore. Like I think, I don't know, I remember when she first came out and like was playing with like the flute and like she just seemed like she was trying to make good music. And then like more recently I feel like it's just been more performative.
I don't know, performative. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah,
like she's like it's so performative, and I don't think anybody buys it. And I think she knows that people are not buying it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she's just trying to force it. I feel like Lizzo's being forced on me. That's how I feel is being forced on me. I feel like she's being forced on me. That's who I might
listen to. I might listen to the album though.
I feel like I'm going to just so I can actually have an opinion, just in case it actually is good and I'm wrong. Like I'm definitely gonna listen to it in full. But if it's not good, then I'm absolutely gonna talk about the fact that it's not good.
Why it wasn't good. Yeah.
I'm going to talk about why it wasn't good. Probably when we come back from hiatus, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But she literally said she made it in like a week or 12 days. I don't like that. I don't like when people do that. Because you think you're doing something revolutionary and really you're putting out doo-doo garbage. Okay? Yeah. It's hot poop. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Stop being so callous with the music and treating it like it's something you can come to and like get off a quick nut and then release it and think that we're supposed to think it's genius. Actually put the fucking work in to release an album. You know what I mean? I don't like when people do that and then are bragging about it as if it's something to brag about. You just sound lazy. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I really don't.
Yeah. I wonder if that's going to be able to be evident in hearing it.
I don't know. And that is what made me nervous initially.
I didn't know that.
That is what made me nervous initially. And you know why I think she did that? Because she initially, at the beginning of the year, she was talking about releasing a rock album. And she released those 2 awful ass singles. And then she was talking about how people were blackballing her because she was trying to reclaim rock and roll for Black people.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody had accused her of anything.
And everybody was like, what are you talking about?
Said, wait, what the fuck? Nobody said anything about these shitty ass songs.
I forgot about that.
And then, so when that failed, she just abandoned the ship. And then she put out that little like freestyle to that Wham Whammy song. And I guess people liked it, although I did not. I thought it was terrible.
No, it's fine.
It was okay, sure. Maybe terrible is too strong of a word, but it was not good. It wasn't good. And then I think she saw and capitalized on that
and
then decided to do this. And you know what? I respect her hustle. Like you saw a moment and you chased it. I just don't like how
hot. Yeah.
You do, especially when people did not give a fuck about the 2 singles. They were supposed to be your comeback singles. after the scandal.
After people, I was like, after people didn't like you.
Yeah, after people really hated you for real and for actual reason other than you were fat, you know?
Yeah.
And then she lost all the weight, and now she won't stop talking about that. And you know, but that's a thing when you're fat and you lose weight and you can't stop talking about it. It's clear she hasn't done any therapy. You know, I don't hate Lizzo. I feel like I'm trashing her a lot right now, but I really don't hate her.
My sister and I talk about this ever so often. She's like, we forgive a lot of other people for a lot more.
That's true.
Or a lot less.
That's
true. And she's like, I feel like Lizzo doesn't deserve all of this.
I don't think she does.
We can like move on, but it's just like the authenticity. I think for me is like
that's the issue. I don't give a fuck. I mean, not that I don't give a fuck, but I just think there was an air of like exaggeration with the whole lawsuit that had happened. I feel like, okay, yes, she might have done that shit, but I don't know if it was to the degree of which people were vilifying her for.
Agreed.
However, that is separate from why I think she's corny.
This is a whole other thing.
This is a whole other thing. Okay, we have a lot of new music. Okay, so, oh wait, we didn't talk about the XXL freshman list.
Oh, yeah,
Was that Kim Possible?
It is.
Is that your ringtone? It's Kim Possible?
That's my text message, my ringtone, and then my ringtone. It's a bit embarrassing.
What is it?
Is Find Your Love by Drake.
That is so funny that you even still have a ringtone and that it is a song from 2010.
I bought it like when I was like, I don't know how old, and I was just like,
you know what? You pay for it and it's really paid back. Like you've gotten it back. You've gotten it back. Because it's like, does it ring when you get a FaceTime too? Like that's the song that plays? Really? Yes. I didn't even know you could do that. I should set a ringtone. That's so fun.
You should get a ringtone.
You know what? Why not just go back to it? I think it should be fun. And this could be fun. And it might annoy me after a week. You had to pay for that.
I did.
Oh my God. I love it though. I really do. Okay.
But yeah, okay. Let's see.
So the freshman list has been released. And here I'm going to read off the names. And you tell me when you think I'm speaking another language.
Okay.
Jello. Laser Dim 700. Ray Vaughn. Okay, there. I gotta keep going. Ray Vaughn. Samara Sin. Nino Paid. Low Shimmy. 1900 Rugrat. YTB Fat. Baby Chief Do It. Baby Chief. It's all one word. Baby Chief Do It.
This is one person?
That's one word. That's one person. Baby Chief Do It. Ian M. Triplin. Who the fuck? Y'all just made that up. Y'all made all these people up today.
I saw a tweet and it was like, Auntie don't know none of these people.
They made this shit up today.
I know
today.
I know 3 people on this list.
Yes.
I know Jello, I know Samara Sin, and then I know Ian. Those are the only 3 people.
The white guy?
No, the white guy, yeah.
Oh yeah, the white guy. I remember
the
him
white in the
he
front,
released that terrible song. And he's a terrible rapper. Okay, I know Ray Vaughn. I know Samara Sin. Jello, obviously, because I heard, that song. And then Ian, I've never listened to any of his music. I just see all the videos on Twitter and I just don't turn on the sound or click on the video. I just scroll past it. I feel bad for Samara Sin. She deserves a better freshman class, man.
I agree.
She deserves a better.
These are a bunch of zeros, man. Like,
I don't even know better.
Who are these? Like, I don't even know any of their songs.
Niggas? Who are these niggas? Who are these niggas? That's a question.
I don't know. They should, you know what? I feel like they should be required to give us like an explanation. Like, this person is on here.
You're absolutely.
Because
I agree with you. I actually really agree.
What's the reason why? Who vetted this? Actually, who vetted this?
You know how they said, and this is so aside, you know how they were talking about how HBO Max it was Max and now it's going back to being HBO Max. Do you know that it went from being HBO Max to being Max because one guy said it and then they had to do it?
Really?
Yeah.
I know. I'm not surprised. I think they're just like in the boardroom and they're like, listen, like.
But one guy made the decision.
Max. I loved Max.
And he just stuck to his guns. There's too much people with singular power
power
to do this kind of shit. You know what I mean?
I
don't
is that not
like
a microcosm for like everything now?
But it is truly. I don't like this. Who are these niggas?
It's forwarding. I
Who
agree.
are these people?
Double XL, give us explanations because I would really love to know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain yourself with this one because I'm not having it. Because Samara Sin don't deserve this.
But also in general, like I would like to know what the criteria
that is
is
true.
for them.
What is the criteria to be a freshman?
Who is selecting them? Is it producers? Are they just the journalists? Like who are the people who are selecting?
You know what I think? I feel like they do kind of like a
poll.
I think I feel like it's not like a poll, but like they have like an arsenal of like industry people, like musicians, rappers, producers, executives, and I think there's some pay to play here. I'm not even gonna lie. I think there's some. I think especially with this, like you can't tell me some of this shit not bought, but I think it's a situation of like the labels and the people are pushing for this artist to be on the freshman list, and then they're also just taking like stock of like from industry people on which names are in the conversation. I feel like, but I think some of these are plants. Like I hate to use that word, but I do.
No,
but I do.
I agree.
So moving on to new music, we have a lot of new music. Anicia has a new song. Pluto released an EP. Lola Brooke, Samara Sin released an EP. Shay Noir released an EP. Cardi B finally released Outside. Glorilla is on a K-pop song. A new Lotto, new Libra Jolie, a Doechii song leaks. Let's just go down the list and talk. Sure. We have a lot. Okay, so Anicia released this song, Put Up, featuring Quavo. Did you listen to this?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I think part of it is also about, like, Quavo, I feel like, on features. Like, I don't know. I feel like, honestly, really, since, like, Migos, I feel like he's not a good solo person.
I don't think any of them were meant to be solo.
And I just, like, I don't know. I'm like, it feels like there was something missing from the song. There wasn't anything like really wrong, but it was just like, this was
unremarkable.
Yeah.
It was unremarkable. I think these are not the beats for Anicia's flow.
Yeah.
Like, I think that the song's cute, fine, whatever, but like, the song is just unremarkable to me. What about, so Pluto released an EP called Both Ways. Did you listen to it? It was only 20 minutes.
I didn't listen to the Pluto one, but she's the one who sings. I don't think I could have gotten through this.
Let me tell you, I hate every second that I spent listening to this fucking. I wish I could have my time back. Every song sounds abrasive in the worst way, in a way that I cannot handle.
I believe you.
She is going to tire of this whole routine. Every song sounds the same. She's going to tire of this in 6 months and move on to something else or quit. This is not good, and I will not stand for the lies that it is.
Yeah,
I won't. I won't.
I can't get into it, and I don't think. You know what? I'm gonna reclaim my time.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't listen. It's terrible. It's awful. Okay, Lola Brooke released a song, Bon Appetit. What the fuck is she doing?
I don't know. And I want so much better for her. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the beats. I don't know if it's just like, maybe this
definitely that's a huge part of it.
Or do you think this is just like she has a cap, like as an artist? Like
I think both could be true.
Further her this is her threshold. Like we should not be expecting more from her.
I think both could be true, but the thing that stuck out to me, this beat is awful. It is god awful. Now maybe because I keep saying this. What if I heard these lyrics in the context of another beat? Would I feel the same way? I couldn't tell you. Because the beats that she's choosing right now, I mean, just god awful. Are you doing these on fucking GarageBand? Like, who's making this shit? They need to find a new profession. It's bad.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, so Samara Sin's EP Backroads. Did you listen to it?
I did. I thought it was good. I feel like it is. I mean this in the best way possible. Like nice background music. Like I put it on, and each song like flowed into the next one, and I wasn't particularly like paying attention too much, but I was just like, oh, this is like nice.
But
I didn't skip songs because I was just like, oh, it's just you're in the background.
It's nice. You know what I thought when I was listening to it? It feels like light work. You know, and it feels like fun for the summer, like light work.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is the project, you know?
Yeah.
This might be something because she's on tour right now, or she was. I don't know if the tour is over, but this feels like something to tour with and a body of work to introduce her to people. First of all, I think XXL needs to get their own gig because she was on our freshman list first. But we'll talk about that later. Bad Brain was a standout for me. I thought it was incredible. Like, I think that was the main standout of the project. However, I think I can only give this a 6 out of 10. However, a 6 out of 10 in a good way. But there was so much left on the table. I think there was so much left on the table with this project. But I wonder if that was intentional, you know? Like, I wonder,
bring people in.
Yeah, like to bring people in, but not to overwhelm them with what she can do. Like, to keep some, you know, tricks up her sleeve until she's ready to reveal it. But I don't think I'll return to it, but I did download some songs from it, but not as a project, not as a whole. I'm not going to return to it as of now.
Yeah. I liked Summer's Turning. I thought that was a good song.
Yeah.
And then I think I liked Hard Headed as well.
I liked That was one of my downloads. Hard Headed and Bad Brain were 2 of my downloads. And the Poppin' Olive Idol. Sorry, I just.
It's okay.
But yeah, it was okay.
It was cool.
But it wasn't
cool.
something that I'm going to return to. So
I'm not
6 out of 10.
I'm not singing on the mountaintop for this one.
Not at all. Shay Noir released the Colored Chocolate 2 EP. Did you get a chance to listen to this?
I listened to some of it. I don't feel like I paid attention enough to like the bars that she was spitting, but the first couple of songs that I listened to, like Painting Class, I thought was really good.
I agree.
A couple times I was like,
I agree. Yeah.
But from what I can tell, it like this was a dead amount of songs. Like,
yeah.
I like this like 5 to 7 songs,
especially if it's an EP and not an album. What I think about this was like it was like I agree with you. Like I feel similarly about this as I did the Samara Sen EP in that it's like good background music, you know, like she is spitting and it does catch me at times. But I feel like she left so much on the table with this one. Like, I don't think that she was like barring up the way she really could. And I also don't think that the project is very cohesive. Like, there's nothing that's I think is tying this whole project together for me, you know, or drawing me in to continue with it, like listening to it. So this is one I didn't download anything from this. And I don't know. Painting Class I did really like though. I will say that. But I'm going to, you know, give Shay Noir like some more listens, you know. But this one I don't know.
Interested.
This one I don't know about. Yeah. I'll say interested for sure.
Who else? Cardi B Outside. Outside was fine. Like I'm like listening to it. I don't think I downloaded it, but I see the hype around it. Yeah. But it also it feels a little old to me. Like it sounds similar to me. I think we talked about this last time. Like I feel like it sounds like Up. It sounds like Enough. Like they have the same beat. Like I don't know. It's like the same song but different fonts.
I really liked it. I was worried. I was worried that the leak would be like the best part of the song, because Cardi's verse is always lacking something. You know, her verses are never as great as I think they could be. Like they're always missing something. But this song was really good. Like it was wonderful. I liked it, and I did download it. I've been going back and listening to it. Like it feels like the perfect fun summer bop, but it's not like, you know, new. I'm not gonna say that it's new, but I think it's still working. For now,
it's still good.
I don't think she's milked everything from this that she can.
Yeah, I agree. I don't. Before we like getting our head of ourselves about songs of the summer, I don't know if this is the song of the summer.
I don't either, but I also don't know if there is one. Like I've not been impressed by anything.
Me too.
This might win by default.
By default,
and I don't want to give anybody anything by default.
Yeah.
You know what we could do? We could do worst songs of the year. If we need to. Anyway.
Let's see.
Skylar Blatt, this song I Look Good. I didn't like this. It was fine.
okay.
But this is like it felt like she's rapping at like level 1. Like, this is her first week rapping.
Yeah,
This is her
I kind
first
of
week
agree.
rapping.
I kind of agree.
She just started this job and she still like got training wheels on. And I
Yeah.
don't like that. No, I don't want to hear. No, go back and work on that before you
Yeah.
come to me, please. Don't.
I
No.
agree.
This J Hope, Killing It featuring Glorilla. Who the fuck is this? He's from one of those bands like BTS
I have no idea.
or
Don't ask me.
I don't know. I know he's a K-pop or maybe J-pop. I don't know. Singer or whatever. You know, look, I'm starting to feel like I can't defend Glorilla against the biting Megan style allegations because collaborating with a K-pop artist, you have never once shown any interest in that. That is so directly Megan's bag. It is crazy that you did that and thought. And the crazy thing is the song sounds like a piece of shit. It sounds like
it did not work together. They did not work together. It just
so
like
forgettable.
They were like, let's find
her
Glorilla.
Yeah, and she'll do it because she'll say yes to anything. And she does say yes to anything, and I don't get why. This sounds like one of those auto-tune songs from 2008 that they would have made to celebrate Obama's election. You know, like that's what this sounds like. That specific genre of music.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
This is exactly what it sounds like. And this is another example of Glorilla saying yes to a song she should have said no to.
She should have said no to.
What did this do for you?
Nothing.
This didn't
even see any didn't even see any promo for this.
And it's crazy because you know them K-pop stans, they go hard for they people, okay?
Right.
They don't play. Even they not fucking with this.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's bad. When they just like, we can't even get this to go #1 on the chart because they don't give a fuck. You know? And you know they will listen to anything.
They ride.
They ride for they people, okay? And they will call you every N-word in the book. Should you have any dissenting opinions? Okay, so Nims is the song Art featuring Lotto. I just cannot take British rappers seriously.
Why?
I just cannot take them seriously. I don't. The accent I just don't take them seriously. I can't. It's not believable to me. But
I listen. I like Lotto's verse.
I do too.
It's like Lotto featuring him.
That's how I feel.
Because I skipped to her part a lot of the time, and then I watched the music video, and I was like, this man is not moving his mouth. Like,
oh wait, I need to go watch the music video then. I gotta watch the video.
He's giving me like 21 Savage type of vibes.
Ooh,
but like in the sense like he just kind of but like he just doesn't move his mouth, but he's just like my G.
See, I don't even like that. Like, you can't use our slang talking about my G. What do you mean? Like, see, this is why I even further can't put. I can't believe nothing you saying, girl. That's us. What are you talking about? That's my word. Like, you cannot use that. You're not from Chicago. However, I do think Lotto is just so fucking funny. Like, she is just hilarious.
Think she's funny. I thought it was cute.
Hilarious.
I was like, you should just take the song.
Yeah, I don't even know. She didn't even need him. You know, like,
she did not need him.
Or he could have been a feature. Or she could have found any UK rapper to be a feature. Because it all would have sounded the same if you ask me. No, she's so clever. This Off Your Chest song by Libra Jolie. You
didn't like it?
I mean, it was fine, but it doesn't. It's the thing like you feel about Cardi that it feels like more of the same.
I do agree that it feels the same, but also going back to like Lola Brooks, I think this might be her cap though. Like, and I don't expect more from her. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, like this sounds like a Libra Jolie song, and it's like it's fun, cute, whatever. I'm not expecting more. Yeah. And so I actually downloaded the song because I was like, okay, yeah, like I like this, and it's a good. I like listening to her when I'm in the gym, and so I'm like, I'm not expecting.
Love that. Okay, this Doechii and Tyler the Creator song that they played at the Louis Vuitton runway show. This song was made only for a runway show. It should never see the light of day. I don't ever want to hear it on streaming. I never want to hear
Everybody
the song
was like, what the hell is this?
It was literally music made for a fashion show. Like it should not be released and promoted and sent out to the public. I don't want to hear it in any other context.
after like 30 seconds of it, I was just like, oh, is there more? There's more?
There's more
like,
song?
Yeah.
It's like 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
It
It
could have
felt
been
like
30
nonsense.
seconds. And
It
they
felt like
could have, it was
nonsense.
very much nonsense. Such nonsense. All right. So let's get into our main topic. So every year we do our freshman list, and it's been about 6 months since we did our most recent freshman list. So I want to reflect on that and all of our freshman lists and where are they now? Where do we see their careers at now? And where do we see their careers going? So let's start in 2021. Our first ever freshman list. And the people that we put on that freshman list were Mona Leo, Dream Doll, Baby Tate, Flo Milli, Callie, and Ken the Man. So what do we think about these girls' careers from 2021 to now? It's been about 4 years since we made this. What are our thoughts about it?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that some have elevated more than others. I would say Mona Leo and Flo Milli have done a good job in the past 4 years. They've gained more notoriety, I feel like. I think I was expecting more from Baby Tate.
Absolutely.
Wanted more. I guess people didn't.
Yeah.
Or it just wasn't landing the way. But I still stand by them being good artists. But I wonder if, I don't know, they've like not reached their stride yet, or they've like found their lane, and it's just like that's what it is for them.
Yeah, because I think I definitely saw Flo Milli being like the standout of this pack and like the leader of this pack, and I think she's lived up to that. And she's been, I think, the most consistent as far as growth has gone among these women. However, I didn't see some like Dream Doll completely falling off the face of the earth and falling off this list like altogether. Like I'm honestly a little bit disappointed in the way that, you know, Ken the Man and Callie's careers have kind of like stalled and faded off. And and I don't think it's due to a lack of talent. I'm just wondering, like, and I'm also like at that point with Mona Leo where I'm like, when is she going to be able to cross over? When is she going to have this moment? Because I think she's ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me
but
too.
I don't know if I'm kind of like a little bit disappointed, I think, with the way that Baby Tate's career has gone, because I think she just had so much to give. And I'm just so shocked that people have not responded to her in that way.
And maybe it's like, I feel like we might have talked about this last time when she said she was retiring. Like, I think maybe her gifts are elsewhere of like writing for other people. Maybe it's not her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would also agree with like Mona Leo though. I think there's something like, I don't know what it is that's like missing from her to get her over the line.
I don't know how to put my finger on it either.
And I could say the same thing with like Ken the Man. I think she needs a better team, maybe. And like you said, I think more like different producers to work with, expansion of like topics, because I think she can write bars, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, moving on to 2023, because for some reason we didn't do it in 2022. So our 2023 freshman class was Aliza, Slimeroni, Gloss Up, and Glorilla. No, not Glorilla. Aliza, Slimeroni, Gloss Up, and wait, what is her name?
Maya the Dawn?
No, Maya the Dawn, Lola Brooke, Ice Spice. So those are our freshman lists for 2023. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Actually, this list might be the worst.
Yeah,
I think this might be the worst one. I don't think I listen to any of them now.
You don't listen to Maya the Dawn?
I listen to it sometime, but not anything new. Like, has she released anything that?
No, she hasn't released anything new. That's fair.
Yeah,
Ice Spice felt
so hard. I don't know what happened.
It's not even funny. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Lola Brooks. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like,
this might be the worst
different.
one. I don't think I listened to Gloss Up. Is, I think, so disappointing because I think she had a real shot. of at
Me
least
too.
having like a very mid-tier Atlanta local rapper kind of career.
Yeah.
And even
yeah.
that she didn't. And then our like
Yeah.
black girl in sync, they've just
Mhm.
like I don't know what's happened to them. You know,
I
they've
don't
fallen off the
know.
face of the earth. And I hate to be like, oh, like, why can't Glorilla put them on? Because that's not her
That
responsibility.
is not a responsibility. Yeah.
But
I feel like she's given them opportunities. No.
why didn't they go on tour with her?
Mm,
I think that could have been a moment.
yeah.
Why didn't they go on tour with her? They should have gone on tour with her.
Or at least one of them.
One
like
of them,
Gloss Up
take
or...
Gloss Up on tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they needed that real bad.
Yeah,
This might be the worst one.
What's a bad list?
This is a bad list. At the time,
I don't know. Yeah, but I was like, at the time though, like
we
I don't
thought
know. Like Ice Spice was like
very
everywhere.
hot.
Like you could not touch her.
Yeah.
And I feel like Maya the Dawn had like what Telfie and
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
there was promise.
There was a lot of promise, and they just did not live up to it.
They did not live up
Let's
to
talk
it.
about our 2024 freshman list. So on this
Okay.
list, we had Caribou, Tia Corinne, Fendi the Rapper, Scarlett. We oh my god, please let me finish. We had JT, and then the group. What is this group's name? Why is it skip?
Flyana
Boss. Flyana Boss. Why did they
Yeah.
just?
It's all good.
Another one where it seems that I don't quite know what has happened. I think sometimes I listen to Tia Corinne still.
I do sometimes.
I don't return to any of these other artists' music like since this list. Not one of them.
I guess I can't say I do either. I would say that the only one that like really isn't that embarrassing is like JT.
Exactly.
Because I think JT has like kind of is starting to find her like niche.
Yeah.
But she does a really good job of writing a hook.
Yeah. Her verses are not good.
Yeah,
bad.
but like hooks.
But the hook's phenomenal. She needs to help out some of these other girls.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what
ask
I'm saying.
me,
I was like, maybe that's
they need
her
to
lane.
enlist her. Okay, because she can write a fucking hook, G. Like
she can write
a hook. She can write a chorus. She can write some catchy shit, but her verses are not good. And that's the reason I don't listen to the songs. I know. The chorus, and that's why the project fell flat. You know, you start out strong, but it petered out so fast. Like it was not a good project. You know?
Yeah. And Tia Corinne,
I also don't know. Because this is not, I feel like she's made such a very drastic change in the kind of music that she's creating. And I think her audience is very resistant to that change. And I also think she's very in a place where she's just uncomfortable in her music, in this change, and she sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she'll have kind of like a moment like Rico Nasty, where it's like she's able to find her voice a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it'll be a pocket of people who really mess with her.
And you know what? That does take time, though. That does take time. So, you know, it could be a situation where it maybe we just need to give it a little bit more time. But I think this is another one. I just don't return to any of the music. Then let's talk about
Caribou.
Our most Caribou. No, I don't. I don't know what's happened. Happened. I want more. I want more for her. I want better for her.
I want more,
but I don't know if she wants more better for herself.
I know,
and I can't want more than she do.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on to our most recent freshman list, our 2025 freshman list, and on this was Samara Sen, Anicia. We have C China, Deja SB, Sad Boy. Why am I blanking on these girls' names?
Star Bands,
and Mellow Bucks. I think I definitely still listen to Samara Sen. I still listen to Deja SB. I still listen to Anicia. But I don't think I really have. Star Band was your pick.
Yeah, Star Bands was my pick.
I don't really listen to Star Band.
I'm like a little bit, but like I think Samara Sin is obviously the strongest one here.
I would argue
as of right
Deja as
now.
well. I would argue Deja as well. They're very like consistent with the music they release, and it's good. Like I think it's really good.
Yeah. I feel like similar to Anicia, Mellow Bucks is trying to find, I don't know, they're trying to test out like how they are going to make their own lane.
I agree.
And I don't know if they've done that quite yet.
No.
And so I think Anicia, like, she's like putting out music. I think there's a team behind her, but it's still not like
it's not hitting. It's not hitting.
And I think with Mellow Bucks, it's gonna take more time.
Yeah.
Like I think Mellow Bucks, I'm giving her some more time, I feel like.
Yeah. And then Sad Boy, I don't know if I really am feeling it right now. Like, I think she's released a couple things, and I have not liked them. Like, I don't know if I'm feeling the music that Sad Boy's putting out.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Oh, so that's interesting. I think we thought that 2025 was going to be a really huge year for female rap, and it's like halfway over, and it feels like it's not been the year that we thought it would be. It's not been the summer that we thought it would be. But I'm still
It definitely
hopeful.
is not the summer. It definitely hasn't been the summer I thought it was going to be.
I'm still hopeful. Like, what if July and August are really great?
Yeah, what if like Sweetie like drops a new project?
Yeah. Okay. That's not where I was going with that.
For Cancer season,
but
our Cancer sister.
Okay, she could. She could.
I
don't foresee it, but she could do that. Okay, should we do music rec? Our last music rec until the end of the summer?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like, do you have a rec? I don't know.
I actually want to recommend the Megan Thee Stallion song that she just released, Whenever. I've been listening. Okay. I've gone back to it, and I've actually been listening to it again, and I'm like actually kind of enjoying it.
I remember you said you did like the song a lot.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but now I'm like, I kind of really like it, and I've been listening to it a lot lately.
Okay. I am going to recommend a oldie but a goodie. I'm gonna recommend Lose Control by Missy Elliott.
You really can never go wrong with a Missy Elliott. I met a white girl named Missy this week, and I asked her if she was named after Missy Elliott, and she said, yeah. I think that's insane. But yes.
I love that.
I love it too. Hey, look, who hasn't been influenced by Missy Elliott? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, we will see you guys again at the end of the summer. Have a great, safe summer. And hopefully we'll get a song of the summer in the meantime. All right. Yes. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girls At, a podcast about Black women in hip hop. Where My Girls At is produced and edited by Mariah Woods and hosted by Mariah Woods and Brianna LaRosliere. Follow us on Twitter at Where My Girls At 2, on Instagram at Where My Girls At _TH, and on TikTok at Where My Girls At Pod. See you next time.